out into the mud of Vietnam. And those incidents, of course, are all detailed in the books. The first 10 days, yes, there was that much action. I saw action every day for 30 days and 30 nights and came to not understand what the word sleep meant anymore. My cat, Harvey, mostly I look at him and I see him sort of balancing between wakefulness and sleep, never really sleeping. And I liken the experience post-combat to that, where you're ever on edge, you're ever ready, your eyes are maybe 90% closed, but you're there and ready to go. And when you're not, you're back in a system where you're supposed to sleep for 8 hours a night, but I only need about 4 or 5, and I'm supposed to be on patrol. and so I roam the house, and you go into seismic security. If you probably don't know what that is, well, you haven't visited my home. You've got the video, the wonderful new technology. And the funny thing is I never catch anybody. There's nobody there. They're only living in my imagination or in my need to have the flank security out. It was so hard in the jungle to have your security out all the time, and you never knew from what direction trouble was going to come. And then you would regret that you hadn't had security out in that area. And so you come back here and, man, I can now have and afford the security and then there's, of course, there's no enemy, nor is there an expectation of an enemy, and you have to fight that. Because with the habit patterns of combat veterans, over time, if you're prepared for an enemy all the time, then you become disappointed that you don't have an enemy coming in. It's like a survivalist. The survivalist has a cave and all this stuff in it. And after a while, he has to hope the apocalyptic end comes so that he can prove that he's right about, the fact that everything was falling apart. Probably isn't, regardless of your political orientation, we'll move on. And so that for me was part of the battle. I went through my drugs and my alcohol, although we should never say went using the past tense. I'm still living it, even though I'm clean and sober so many years. You don't know. And so, you also can use that. I don't look at drugs and alcohol as a terrible enemy. They kind of helped me segue through. There was no counseling. The first time I went to the VA, I went and told them my troubles, and they gave me an appointment for 6 months later. I wasn't going to be alive 6 months later, so I had to find some private help, which did help me get through. The biggest thing that got me through was family. And a family that was willing to see it through, because I was a character. Junior was coming out, and Junior needed to be stuffed back in. Killing in Vietnam, inside your unit or out, is a solution that's immediate, it's effective, it works, and there's very little follow-up to it. Over here, you're back in the phenomenal world. It does not work whatsoever. And so you have to completely change your orientation to not being exposed to those situations where you can go back and depend on Junior again. So avoid bars, avoid aggressive people, avoid road rage. That other person, they have no idea of you or what you are and could be and do. They're regular citizens, and I admire them, and I don't want them to be like me. I don't want them staying up night. I don't want them with those memories. I'm proud to have done what I did, and I'm proud to think that I might have helped in some way. And now